Hello everybody, Voltage here. Here with some my thoughts on the Black Ops 6 beta. Now I refused to spend $70 just about the game, just to pre-purchase the game just for the beta. So I was just gonna wait for it to be open for everybody before I decided to come in and play. And all I can say is, man, do I really hate this game. Definitely Definitely tells me I'm making the right decision and not buying it. The whole, I know people want to change, so they did the whole Omni Movement thing. I really don't like it, and yeah, I just don't like the whole movement system they have now. Like, it just does not feel good to me. Like everybody's gonna be like, "Oh, you just need to use the controller, and it'll be good." It's like, no, I shouldn't have to rely on a peripheral just to play a fucking game, though. So you'll be seeing a lot of this footage that I barely even make use for the Omni movement. Try to do stuff because I just hate it with a fucking passion. Now there are a lot of things in this beta that I really don't like, and I'm just going to go off of a category. So like maps, weapons, gunplay, stuff like that. So for now, we're going off the maps. There's only a few I've played. The small maps and big maps. Pit, Derelict. Pit, Derelict, Gala, Skyline, and one other map. I forget what it was. Basically, one of those small maps from the small map face-off thing. I've only played those five. I don't know if they have the other map, like the other map or two on there, like Scud or whatnot. Because I've heard that Scud is just a very shit map. Never had it, so I don't know if Scud's even in this map. But from the maps I've played, we'll go off the small maps first. So like Pit and whatever the other one is. I do not like them at all. And with how small the maps are compared to with comparing it with the Omni movement, it's those maps are just full on uh just constant spawn trapping. Those maps are pretty much who can spawn trap, spawn camp the most, especially Pit. And with the whole Omni movement, making it much faster to get to set points to do that, it just kills the game for me. I'd rather play a game where when I spawn, I'm actually gonna spawn for like 5 seconds and not immediately get like sniped, or just a shotgun to the back of the head as soon as I spawn in. That's why I even switched off the small maps one, and it was just nothing but you just spawn, die, and I just wasn't going to deal with that. Now the second one, the second small map I've only played once, so I don't even really have a memory of it. Uh, so I can't really put my thoughts too much on that, just because I've had the small map. I've barely played the small map category. I've only played it a few times. Most time it was pits. I've only had one other map once, and that was it. And now for like the medium big maps, first off, we'll go with Derelict. Uh, it's an okay map. Still not a huge fan of the map. but it's not bad or anything. I can, I can make my way around it. I don't necessarily mind it so much. Now it's when we go to Skyline. Skyline I absolutely hate with a living fucking passion. I'm just gonna get out there right off the bat. I do not like Skyline. It's just, outside of how people playing, it's the fact that anybody can get to the objectives way too fucking fast. So they'll be coming in through C. Next thing you know, you die once early in the game, you spawn back, and within that like less than 5 seconds, the enemy is already taking over A that you just spawned on, and you just immediately get killed. And it's just constantly going back and forth on those spawns. It's mainly domination because that's all I ever get on the map is domination. I never get anything else. And then Gala. Uh, Gala just needs to burn in a holy fucking fire. Fuck that map. It is outside of the ones I've played. Gala definitely has to be the worst map out of three. Like it might not look like it, but it is one of those 3 lane maps. You got your right side, your left side, and you got your middle. It is one of those standard 3 lane maps. It's just the whole fucking big ass metal arena area is what kills it for me. And again, same as usual, it also comes down to you know, how much can your team or the enemy team spawn kill with either a sniper, a shotgun, or anything in between? That is the question. And I just hate it because I don't want to just have an endless cycle of spawn, dying, spawn, dying. I want to be able to actually move around, do stuff, do the objectives. But no, I kind of just fucking can't. And now with the maps out the way, now we go on to weapons. Now I didn't use every weapon. LMGs and shotguns I give zero fucks about. I only think is snipers, assault rifles, and SMGs. The assault rifles I'm actually fine with. The XM8, it's a really solid starting assault rifle. Yeah, starting assault rifle is a really solid one. I actually love it a lot. The AK is also really good. I do like the high damage it does, but the one thing of the whole recoil thing, you can definitely tell. You can definitely tell like the accuracy isn't there, but it makes up for it in the damage and the fact that it can basically shoot at long ranges. And it's good. I actually like it. Now I haven't used the third one that much. I actually just recently unlocked it. And you'll be seeing it a little bit later on in the video. But so far, outside of, the normal nothing but hit markers, pretty decent weapon actually. Now we go to the SMGs. I've only used 2 SMGs because I don't even have the third one unlocked. The Jackal and the C9, which is kind of a weird name for an MP5, but okay, we're just gonna skip over that. Now the Jackal, I'm not gonna go much into. Everybody knows that's currently the most hated SMG in the game, just because of how good it is. So I'm going to skip that. I'm going to just go over with my C9. And it does live up to the name where it basically is kind of shit. It really doesn't have a whole lot of damage output, and that's not fun at all. Like I can't even begin to understand like how many times I've gotten hit markers full auto and always hitting the head, and it's just 7, 8 hit markers to the head, and then I just get one tapped by a pistol. So yeah, I personally do not like the C9 at all. It does need a buff. The only thing it needs a buff on is just at least a little bit of a damage buff. Nothing too great, just like a slightly increase the damage a bit. And it could be good because the recoil is really good. It handles really nice. The only thing that sucks about it is it doesn't do a whole lot of damage. So if they increase the damage just a little bit on the C9, then it will be a real solid SMG. And yeah, because I did enjoy using it. It's just again, it doesn't really do shit for damage. But yeah, now we're on to snipers, and oh boy, they fucking suck. Like, if you see my other videos from like Modern Warfare or whatnot, you would see that I definitely do snipe a lot. That's primarily what I do is I just snipe. But I just cannot get into the snipers on this game at all. The SVD, it's just got to your shit. And I've had to use it a lot to try to make it good. No matter what it did. It's just not good. It's the amount of hit mark I can't even complain about hit markers because of the fact that the other sniper is the exact same thing. It's just nothing but yeah, it's just nothing but hit markers, though it has a higher potential to one shot more than the SVD. The SVD is just, to me, is hard to control. I personally don't like it. And then we go over to the other one, what was it? LR716, whatever it was called. They changed the name for the L98 so much I don't even know what it's called anymore. It was in like what 4 or 5 Call of Duties, and each time its name was completely changed. But yeah, but this gun is alright. I mean, I still get hit markers to the chest and head, and I can't explain that shit, but it's fucking Black Ops 6. What do you expect? Outside of the one-shot potential, the only downside is for what I like to do, where I want to try to focus on aim down sight speed. There's really no options for aim down sight speed, which is weird because of how Cold War was. And Cold War had a lot of attachments for snipers for aim down sight speed, but this one only has like 2, 3 max, and that's not a whole lot at all. So I was kind of hoping to have more, but that just wasn't happening. And then let's see. Now the pistols. I this other one he gets, I'm not a huge fan of. What was it? The G something. I'm not a personal fan of. It's a little too slow for the small amount of damage it does. And I've gotten killed by that so I've gotten killed by its just lack of damage and fire rates a lot. But then we go to I'm trying to remember these names off the top of my head. The G, or like the 9mm. Now that one's good. The offside is you are losing out on damage, but it has a really good recoil. It does shoot fast, and I actually do enjoy that pistol more. I'm able to get more kills off it than the first one you get, and I do absolutely like it. Now let's see. I don't have everything unlocked. Right now, I primarily snipe like usual, which again sniping does suck. It just feels way off, and I just don't like it so much. What was it like? Modern Warfare 3, hell, even Cold War. I actually enjoyed. I enjoyed the feeling of sniping a lot on those games, but I just can't explain it. It's just the sniping just feels really off on this game, and I don't know. That's just me because this is primarily me sniping a lot in Call of Duty and me growing up with the original Call of Duties and stuff. So I do know how sniping feels, but this is not it. They need to do something about the sniping because it just I can't explain it. It just feels really off, especially for someone that primarily snipes in Call of Duty, and I do absolutely hate it. But I'm not gonna buy the game, so I'm not gonna know if they even make any changes at all. And yeah, it's for something this shit, it's not worth the $70. Also, depending on what version you want, I'm just not going to waste my money buying this game when I do know full well I'm not actually going to enjoy it. But yeah, anyway, that's for me. Like this is all just my opinions. Everybody's free to have their own opinions, and that's fine. For me, though, this game just is isn't it for me. It's just not a good Call of Duty game. It's definitely not like a good shooter game at all. And again, this is coming from someone that's played years and years worth of Call of Duty. Not like, a pro or anything, just like a casual, someone who just casually plays this game. But this will, in fact, be the first Call of Duty game I do skip. It's just if this is how the beta is, and if this is how it's going to be upon the game's release, then I'm not going to buy it. I'm actually just going to skip it, and I'll probably just stick with sniping on Modern Warfare 3, since again, sniping feels really, really nice on Modern Warfare 3. Despite the fact that it's just a sweat match over there, but we just skip that. But yeah, those are pretty much my thoughts. Just everything about the beta just feels like shit. And well, I guess I'll just look at videos later when the game releases and we'll see if they made any changes. Otherwise, uh if I do decide to get the game, it's just going to have to be on a sale because I'm not spending that $70. And I'm not willing to get like a Game Pass for a PC or Xbox just to play this game. But anyways, with that being said, if you feel free to comment how you feel about the Black Ops beta. Any similarities, any differences between my opinion. I would like to hear everybody's combo about that. But for now, yeah, for now, I'll just see you guys in the next video.